The next case we're going to talk about is the Washington, D.C. criminal case. And Trump was indicted by a grand jury related to the 2020 January 6th events where they alleged that he subverted the election and committed insurrection. So the District of Columbia, the federal grand jury, has indicted him. It's criminal. And they're trying to convict him.
Yep.
So this is an interesting case because the issue is going to be, can you prosecute a president for criminal actions after he was out of office, or is the president immune to that kind of prosecution?
Yeah.
Now, this one is not so obvious, and I've got a great quote here. So at one point, so Trump's attorneys are up and arguing to the judges in D.C., and Trump's attorney is up there straight-faced and saying, look, President Trump is completely immune from this kind of prosecution. And the judge, I think it was a Republican judge, maybe a Reagan appointee. I can't remember that exactly. But the judge looks at him and says, look, are you telling me that if a sitting president ordered the assassination of a political rival, we couldn't prosecute him here today?
Yeah.
And I just thought that really was a great hypothetical.
Yeah.
Right?
And his response, if he were impeached and convicted first, and that just seems so crazy.
Yeah. But that's a great lesson in oral argument of what you don't want to do. If you're an attorney and you've been sent to the hill, this is the hill you've been sent to die on.
Yep.
Okay. And this is the argument you're making. And you get a judge that asks you this question. It's clearly a loaded rhetorical question. And this guy, whoever it is, maybe it's a lady, I don't know, maybe it's a female, but the attorney for Trump, straight face, sticks to his guns and says, Judge, that's exactly what I'm telling you. He skirted a little bit.
I guess if he's saying that he's completely immune, though, from actions that he did, from criminal actions that were done while he was president, then he has to, in order for his argument to not have a glaring hole. Like, where do you draw where's the bright line? You can take actions to subvert the election, but you can't kill someone. Okay, can you blackmail them? I don't know. Like, where's the line there?
Yeah. And I guess Trump's line, his defense, if he was impeached and convicted.
Yep.
So you got a sitting president out there having the military assassinate rivals, and then Congress has to impeach him first.
Yeah. I wonder how difficult that impeachment would be nowadays. Like, I wonder if that would actually go along party lines.
It would not surprise. Divided as this country is, it would not surprise me. Okay, so here's the other question. Let's say all the lawyering and the judges, that Trump loses on all the matters of law, okay? And this thing goes to a jury. Are there so many liberals in D.C.? Are there so many Democrats and so few Republicans that you can't find? Because of criminal law, so our listeners, this is criminal law. You have to have 12 jurors convict the guy in a criminal case beyond a reasonable doubt. That's the standard. So you need all 12 or you get a hung jury. I think that's right.
Yep.
So can you get 12? Can you pick a jury of 12 Trump-hating Democrats in Washington, D.C.?
I don't think you'd be able to get a jury of 12 people that really held that opinion that they would just convict him regardless. D.C. is, yes, like the political climate in D.C., like the city government is quite left-leaning, because of all the both right and left think tanks and political institutions in the area, and then obviously people working on the Hill. There's a pretty good mix of people who are right and left there. So I'd be really surprised if they were able to just straight up get 12 people who are that hardline Democrat that they're going to vote to convict him regardless.
All right. So listeners, there you have it. Straight from the horse's mouth. All right. Austin Black, who spent some time in D.C., says there's no way you're getting 12 blue Democrat liberals in D.C. to convict Trump, even if you beat him on the law and everything. There it is. We're going to see how that turns out.